far as the initial case goes, nothing has really changed. We're looking into the death of Jacob. It is a death investigation at this time. We're going to go ahead and answer questions today that anybody might have and try to put out a little bit more information on what might have happened out there. We believe that it's possible somebody could have saw something, and we want to appeal to the public, if you saw something, to contact us and help us out with this case. It is an active investigation, and we continue to look into it.
Approximately 1:45, Stampede Security located him lying next to a camper in the what we call the B4 area, which is campsite electrical number 19. At that time, they made contact with him. He, on his own, got up from the camper, went over, sat by a tree. Security said they'd be back to check on him. They came back 15 minutes later, which is approximately 2 o'clock, and at this time he'd been moved across from that area, and at that time was with friends. The friends made him aware that he had a medical condition. They security contacted the sheriff's office, which at approximately 2:25 they arrived, and at that time they summoned for EMS. 2:45 in the morning, EMS was on scene, and approximately 2:45 EMS left the scene en route to Mercy on College.
Detective, what was the initial, I guess, suspicion about him? I mean, how was he acting?
When Stampede Security found him, he was passed out laying next to a camper. They told him he couldn't lay there at that time, and he on his own went over and lay by a tree, but they were concerned enough to where they said they'd be back to check on him. They knew his name was Jacob, but he appeared to be at that time intoxicated. They went, helped a couple other people, came back. Security felt that they could tell, like it just seemed like he's, from the time they'd seen him to as time progressed, they felt like his condition was deteriorating. They got a hold of law enforcement. When they made contact with him, they spoke to him briefly, could tell that he was in need of some help, and they asked him if he needed any help or needed an ambulance, and he said yes.
So we start an investigation with the idea that anything is possible. And through the investigation, most times we determine a cause and then how that came about to be, such as maybe somebody had a heart attack or something like that. In this instance, we're not willing to say that this is suspicious, but at the same time, we're not going to say that it's not. What we're saying is an investigation, and we're looking at any aspect, any information we can get to try to find out exactly what happened. So when we speak of a death investigation, to us, we're on the path of trying to find out what happened.
As parents, what do you hope the public, and you can say this to the public, what do you hope to accomplish out of this?
Whether it was an accident or something else, we just need to know. We need the people there at that campground to say, hey, yeah, I saw him at this time. He was fine. Or we talked to him. Somebody saw something. Somebody knows something. I mean, whether they know it or not, they know. And we just want them to come forward so we know what happened to our son. I am Jacob's voice now. He can't, I'm speaking for him.
Is there a reason to believe this was something other than an accident?
We don't know. And that's what's I think frustrating about this. We're not sure what caused that accident, which again is why we're here. Hopefully somebody saw something, and with this release, you know, they'll give us a phone call, and you know, could it be a number of things that would have caused it.
I know that. Are there any feelings that had they gotten to him earlier, the outcome might have been different?
Nothing that I.
That's impossible to answer. I don't think, from what we understand, I don't think that Jacob knew that he was in trouble. So that's a tough question to answer.
What's life like without him? It's hard. I've known, I lost both my parents, and when I was 15, I lost a sister to a car accident. And this is totally different, losing your child.
Not knowing what happened, what kinds of thoughts go through your head when you think about what happened that night?
I need, before I can rest in peace, I need closure. I need to know what happened to him.